One day a man saw an old lady standing on the side of the road, and he could see that she needed some help. So he stopped right in front of her Mercedes and got out. The old lady saw the man, and even with a smile on her face, she seemed worried. The man could see that she was frightened. Introducing himself, he said, "Ma'am, I am Arian, and I am here to help. Why don't you wait in the car?" The lady had a flat tire, and it was bad enough for an old lady. Arian crawled under the car and started to fix the tire. As he was tightening up the nuts, the old lady rolled down the window and began to talk to him. She told him that she was from St. Louis and was only just passing through. She couldn't thank him enough for coming to her aid. He just smiled and completed his work. The lady asked, "How much do I owe you?" She was ready to pay any amount as she had already imagined all the awful things that could have happened had he not stopped. Arian replied, "I never thought of getting paid. It was not a job for me, I was just helping someone in need." God knows there were plenty who had given him a hand in the past. He had lived his whole life that way, and it never occurred to him to act any other way. He added, "If you really want to pay me back, the next time you see someone in need, just help and give whatever assistance you can. Think of me." Arian waited until she drove off in her car. A few miles down the road, the lady saw a small cafe and stopped there to grab a bite to eat. It was a dingy-looking restaurant. As she sat at the table, the waitress came over and offered the lady a towel so that she could wipe her wet hair. The waitress had a sweet smile. The lady noticed the waitress was nearly 8 months pregnant, but she never let the strain and aches change her attitude. The old lady wondered how someone who had so little could be so giving to a stranger. Then she remembered Arian. After the lady finished her food, she paid with a $100 bill. The waitress quickly went to the counter for change, but by the time she came back, the lady had left. Then the waitress noticed something written on the napkin. There were tears in her eyes when she read what the lady wrote, "You don't owe me anything. I have been there too. Somebody once helped me out the way I'm helping you. If you really want to pay me back, here is what you do, do not let this chain of love end with you." Under the napkin were 4 more $100 bills. That night when the waitress got home from work and climbed into bed, she was thinking about the money and what the lady had written. How could the lady have known how much she and her husband needed it? With the baby due next month, it was going to be hard. She knew how worried her husband was, and as he lay sleeping next to her, she gave him a soft kiss and whispered softly, "Everything's going to be all right. I love you, Arian." So, the lesson here is, if you spread kindness and help out when you can, it's like sending good karma vibes into the world, and sooner or later, that kindness finds its way back to you. It's like your good deeds create this positive energy that keeps bouncing around, making the world a better place for everyone. So, be like Arian, spread good vibes, and let the karma magic do its thing.